Yes, it's true. I'm getting deported today. How did this all happen? Long story. I'm gonna tell it to you while I make my way back to the United States. But so you know I'm not lying, check this out. This is me, right? Oficial de salida. I gotta leave the country. Which is funny because I make videos around Mexico and now I'm being kicked out. So once I'm over there, I don't know what kind of videos I would make. That's why once I land over there, I'm gonna just enjoy the food because I like the food over there. I love my processed food, yes I do. And I'm gonna take my ass back to the airport and fly back. But Mexico has to know that I left the country because I'll tell you why and how everything all happened. But I gotta go now. But before I tell you all the details of this whole situation, let me take you back to the day before it all happened. I'm gonna go see my boy Tito Double P, also known as Tito Doble P. Let me tell you why I started recording. I was supposed to make a YouTube video about the concert, but little did I know I was gonna make a YouTube video about me getting deported. I'm taking the bus so I can go to the city where the auditorium's at, and I can't play the music because of the copyright reasons, but what was playing in the background was Linda and Loquerón. Uy, that's my favorite song for the moment. Do you guys like bilicones or do you think it's for nacos? I don't know, I'm just saying, that's what I hear people say, but I like them, I don't care. Luckily I'm lit, but the concert's over. Then right after the concert, I went straight to my hotel room to get some sleep. Woke up, went straight to the bus station, got on, and then all of a sudden this happens.
Pero no podemos, nosotros no somos responsables de ustedes, solamente personas extranjeras.
So immigration decided to stop the bus that day and I happened to be on it. When they started to ask for IDs, I had no idea they were immigration officers. So I just showed them my California ID and they asked if I had my passport on me. I didn't, of course, because why would I carry my passport everywhere I go? I might lose it. So now they gotta take me in and take me all the way to the immigration office, which is in another state. Luckily, we're very close to the state, which is maybe like an hour away. Once I got to the immigration office, they patted me down and searched all my belongings. But before they could take my phone away again, I had to pretend to put lipstick on so I can grab a couple seconds of footage. Like I used my phone as a mirror and of course they told me to stop putting makeup on. Also, I was pretty confident they were gonna let me go, but my name didn't even show up in the system that I'm in the process of getting my dual citizenship. So they told me I can't leave the office until I buy my next flight back to the United States. So that's what I had to do. So I ended up getting a multiple stop flight and right now I'm in the Monterrey hotel. This is where we left off and I'm finally packing for my next flight, which should be the United States. Now y'all can see that Mexico does not play around with the immigration laws. Done packing, let's go get kicked out of the country. I'm just waiting for the shuttle bus now and we'll see what happens when I get to the airport. Supposedly when you stay over your time, you're supposed to pay a fine. But since I got caught by immigration, gave me this paper that I showed you. Since I'm getting kicked out, I just show them that and I don't have to pay the fine no more because they want me out of this country. There he is. Now I'm just making my way back to the airport and a funny thought that I have is the fact that my parents were in the United States illegally and they never got caught. 30 plus years and they came back to Mexico without a problem. And me, who overstayed for a little bit, I get caught immediately and I get deported. No, but period, Mexico enforcing the laws is freaking amazing. I just wish they had that same energy towards the corrupt politicians and government. But guess who helped me find my way through the airport? Another immigration officer.
Saludos Roberto de Migración.
Y'all heard him. Saludos from Roberto. So thumbs up for my guy right here. By now I'm looking hella musty. I had to use the shampoo and the soap from the hotel. You know those things don't really work. I finally got to the lobby and I was pretty relaxed. I don't have to walk around a lot to get to my destination because I'm already here, right? Then they called me from the intercom to go to the front desk. Then I'm just thinking to myself, oh boy, what do they want now? Keep in mind, when I arrived there, I went straight to the front desk just to see if they needed me or anything. And they just said, did we call your name? And I was like, no. Then sit down. And I went to go sit down.
Necesitas el sello de salida. Te estuve buscando desde hace mucho rato.
And I was trying to explain to her that I did come, but like it was, at this point it didn't matter anymore. So apparently I had to get the back of the paper stamp, the one they give you when you cross the border. So she went to go do that for me, but it was taking like a good minute for her to come back. And that's when I was thinking about the worst case scenarios. So I might miss my flight. But I'm getting kicked out, so I don't know what's gonna happen next. And I indeed missed my flight. They said I had to wait till the next day, but hopefully they can find me one today. And they eventually did, but that was like 6 hours later. And this is me going across the airport just to get this paper stamp. So if you overstay your tourist visa, you're gonna have to pay 717 pesos, which is around $35. Also, I forgot to tell you guys some chisme. The guy that drove me to the deportation office, you know how guys are. They're out here naturally shooting their shots shots. And also the other officer wanted to hang out with me when I come back, and I'm just like, boy, this is not I'm not trying to mingle right now. Anyways, my next stop was Guadalajara, and then right after that I go straight to the United States. Now I'm successfully deported. Some of y'all probably think I'm mad they deported me, but I didn't abide by the laws, even though I thought I was cleared to stay in Mexico because the person who did my dual citizenship told me I should be a Mexican citizen in about a month. But clearly someone made a mistake in the system, or I don't know what happened. Even then, I shouldn't be upset. I should have gone out of my way to check if everything was done correctly. That's why I don't get the protests that are going on right now in the United States. The people who aren't legal seem to have some sort of entitlement to stay, even though they're only deporting people with criminal history. Wow, roads without potholes. But of course, the news loves to twist the truth just for the ratings. Also, keep in mind, illegal immigrants still have some sort of rights in the United States. I've seen some illegals say they look them up to see if they have any bad criminal record, and if they don't, they just let them go. So they're really just looking for the people that are committing crimes in the United States. I just woke up in the United States. But anyways, back to what I was saying. That someone in the comments gonna say, well, you're doing the same thing. All I'm saying is y'all can't be surprised when you get deported if you're not in the United States legally. Like, I don't have a problem if you're illegal and you're in the United States. I don't care. But obviously you're gonna have to lay low if you're not legal, because no one should be protesting for criminals to stay. That doesn't make sense. You're putting American citizens at risk, and that's not cool. But the good illegals, of course I want you guys to stay, because you guys are good for the economy. All I can advise you is just be in your best behavior, because I'd hate to see you leave if you're contributing to the country. Hopefully you can stay and find a way to legally become a citizen. I don't know, maybe marry a güera or something. That's what I tell my illegal cousins. But some don't listen and they just mingle with their own kind. Like, bro, have some standards. Get you a girl with some papers. Now back to the video. The only reason I'm okay being deported is for this. A freaking burger and some hot Cheetos. After eating, you already know I had to go to the mall to take some things back to Mexico, because now it's time for me to figure out how to get back home. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bus to TJ, and then from there I'm gonna fly back to Puebla. Why? Because it's cheaper like this. Since I live in California, the border is like 2 hours and 30 minutes away. So instead of going to Lax and paying double, I went to a bus station that will take me across the border to the airport and then just buy my flight in pesos. Also, the driver that took us to the border, he stopped by Starbucks and he bought me a coffee and a cake pop, which was so nice of him. When we got to our destination, we went to the ATM machine and he pulled out $100 and gave it to me. That caught me so off guard. He also moved my luggages to the other bus, and I didn't even notice, but he forgot one in the van. But later I was able to get in contact with him and he was able to send it through the mail for me. Do y'all think he did that on purpose so we can stay in contact? I don't know, but what I do know is I brought the essentials with me on the airplane, so I'm all good. Now, as y'all can see, I finally made it to my destination. So if you want to see the real lifestyle in Mexico, how the locals live, what it's like to actually live here, hit the subscribe button, because... And just like that, I'm back in Mexico.